Hey guys, and welcome back to the JTO channel. And obviously this is your match preview to Aston Villa versus Chelsea tomorrow on Boxing Day, where we go to Villa Park, 5:30 kickoff time. Obviously today is Christmas Day, so I'd like to say Merry Christmas to everyone out there who celebrates it. You know, and even Merry Christmas to you if you don't celebrate it, because why not, innit? It's one of those ones where it's time to celebrate. You know, hopefully you got your presents today, whatever you got, what you wanted, hopefully you got it. And obviously today, just, whatever food you eat, just enjoy it, innit? Because it's gonna be a huge feast tonight. I'm betting for some of you lot. I know it's gonna be for me. So yeah, really looking forward to it after this video. And yeah, let's just get on with this preview. Obviously, Thomas Tuchel did not do a press conference today, so we really don't know who's available, who's not. Sort of understandable. I think some of the players may have had the morning off and then they train later in the afternoon. So don't think there's time for any Christmas Day. I think for most people, I think for everyone, it's literally like it's a day off work. Everything's closed. So yeah, that's what happens when it's Christmas Day. So yeah, obviously Aston Villa. Let's just start off with them real quick. Obviously, they've been in good form ever since Steven Gerrard came into the club. Since he's come, they've gained 15 points out of 21 available, and the only time they've lost points are to the two best teams in the country, Manchester City and Liverpool. Obviously, they lost 2-1 at home to Man City. Really unlucky to lose that game. Apparently, I heard that they did really compete in that game. Also, I didn't watch either of their games against Liverpool City because Chelsea were playing at the same time as them. So yeah, I was focused on Chelsea. But from what I heard, they competed. I heard Villa probably should have had a penalty against Liverpool. But at the end of the day, Steven Gerrard's got them going. They've won all their games bar two. And tomorrow's going to be a really, really tough game. But I think with Chelsea, with the injuries, and hopefully the COVID tests are negative. We don't know as of now. Maybe somebody may have tested negative. Who knows? But tested positive. Who knows? But if everything goes well, I think we should have nearly most of the team back. Just with a few players out, and yeah, going to be a tough game tomorrow. And Villa, they're a good side under Steven Gerrard. Obviously, he moved there mid-season from Rangers, and yeah, he's just smashed it. I know at Rangers he was top of the league when he was there. They won the league last season for the first time in years because Celtic had dominated that league. And yeah, it's going to be a good game tomorrow. But overall, I'm actually really confident for this game. And obviously, I'm gonna head straight into the predicted lineup. And for me, like I said before, it's going to be difficult to predict this lineup because, like I said, Thomas Tuchel hasn't done a press conference. We don't know if Kai Havertz is potentially back in training. Timo Werner, these guys, I haven't seen any clips as I'm recording this video. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. But hopefully nobody in the team has tested positive for the COVID, and hopefully everyone's fit, no injury, stuff like that. Kante's back, Cover's back, Jorginho fully fit, I'm guessing again. And yeah, tomorrow it's gonna be a good game. And I'm confident in my team. So, yeah, let's just head straight into the predicted lineup. Obviously, in goal, it's going to be Edouard Mendy. Obviously, he's been picked for Senegal to go to the AFCON. And I'm not going to lie, as much as I'd want him back as soon as possible, I'd want Senegal to go out as soon as possible, I kind of don't want that. I want Senegal to win the AFCON. Like, Senegal is going to be a team I'm going to be supporting throughout this whole AFCON thing. And I thought I was going to sneeze there, but yeah, whatever. But like I was saying, like Kepa, he's gonna be, from January onwards or maybe early December. Who knows when Mendy goes to AFCON? Although I do apparently know that Senegal do play on the 10th, so Mendy will be available for the Liverpool game, which is very positive news. Obviously Salah, I don't think will be because I think Egypt play a day or two earlier, so I'm not quite sure on that. Obviously we know Mane will be there if Mendy's gonna be there. So yeah, Mendy in goal, simple as that. Up until it goes to AFCON, then it'll be Kepa afterwards. We already know that. Move on now to the back three. I think Rudiger now comes back in, left side centre back. I think Thiago Silva comes in as the middle centre back. The right centre back's a bit tough. Obviously, Christensen's back from injury. I did saw a couple of days ago a photo of him, training with the team. Obviously, Trevor Chalobah played on in midweek, and I thought he was absolutely fantastic. And obviously, you got Azpilicueta as well. So for me, I'm gonna go with Trevor Chalobah. Like before his injury, he was absolutely brilliant. Like probably one of our best defenders this season alongside Thiago Silva and Rudiger. Probably as a three, I think those three have been the best individually this season and as a pair as well. The best performances I've seen this season from Chelsea has when those three have played together. So for me, I'd keep it as that. Azpilicueta, he's getting older and older, and obviously he's sort of getting exposed more and more as the day goes by. And when he plays, he does go off a lot as well. Christensen, obviously with the contract situation, we all know why he's been dropped because of that. But yeah, Trevor Chalobah is just showing, what it means to play for Chelsea, and he's just clearly happy to play for us, and he's giving it his all, and he should continue in such a big game like this tomorrow. tomorrow, I think he deserves to play because he was absolutely brilliant on the in midweek against Brentford in the cup. So yeah, back three is Rudiger, Thiago Silva, and Trevor Chalobah. Move on now to the wing backs. Obviously, I think Reece James will play. I think we all know that. Obviously, he got rested against Brentford, had to come on though to sort of try and seal the game, in which he did for the first goal. But I think he comes back in. Really simple as that. We need him to, show his dynamic of the way he plays. Driving down the byline to put crosses in or driving inside. Being in those 10 positions to be with the ball and drive into the box and find those passes. And hopefully Reece James is the outlet we're mainly going to use tomorrow for the build up, and he's going to be key in that. In the way he passes the ball, the way he crosses the ball, the way he links up with whoever's in the front three and stuff like that. So yeah, Reece James, right wing back. Left wing back Marcos Alonso obviously did play well in midweek against Brentford. I'm hoping he can put in the same performance he can this week. Although I very much doubt it. I think that was just a one-time thing. Personally, it's not an agenda; it's just a reality, in my opinion. He doesn't put enough of those performances consistently. But who else do we have to play left wing back? We're not going to play Saul there. Even though he's been better in midfield recently, he's going to be needed mainly in midfield, seeing as we can't bring back Gilmore and Gallagher back from loan, which is probably fair enough. But yeah, Marcus Alonso is the only one who can play there, so hopefully he can put in some sort of a similar performance that he did at Brentford. Move on to the double pivot, and thank God these two are back together, fam. Kante and Jorginho play, with Kovacic probably most likely for me to come off the bench tomorrow. I would probably like that, whether that's in a 3 or a 2. I've seen people say they'd play all three of them, but I wouldn't. Considering Kante and Kovacic just came back, and touch wood, if an injury happened to any of them, I mean, I would be absolutely fuming. So hopefully nothing happens to all three of them in general. So for me, I'd actually just play Kante and Jorginho for tomorrow. You saw how they were against Brentford. Like when Kante came on, and you saw when they was with Jorginho, you just saw the level. Like you just saw the level of like dominance we had in the midfield. Like all of a sudden against Brentford, we were winning the ball back up the field so much more, and this is why I'm mainly confident for tomorrow, because we've got these two back. We have got these two back that I think are going to absolutely destroy Aston Villa's midfield. And I know they got good midfielders. I know they got John McGinn. I know they got that Ramsey guy who's been scoring goals. Obviously, they've got Douglas Luiz as well, and Nakamba as well. These are good midfielders, but they know Kante and Jorginho. Kante and Jorginho as a pair is one of the best, if not the best in the world, and it's shown. Do you understand? Like, you saw the way they dominated Real Madrid's free. There's no doubt in my mind that they can do the same to Aston Villa, who, yes, they've been in good form, but we're Chelsea. We're supposed to win games like this if we want to keep pace with Manchester City. As much as I said, at the title race, there's still a glimmer of hope in me that we can still win the title and actually challenge for it. But the only way for me that we can, challenge for it is if Kante's in this team. And if he's not in this team, it's not the same without him, guys. And he just keeps showing every single time he comes back that he's just a monster of a man. He's just what a player, man. And I think those two tomorrow are going to win us the game, because they're going to dominate the midfield. They're going to set up the chances for the attackers, and they're going to protect the back three when needed to, because when Kante's not been there, we've been a bit shaky defensively as a structure, in my opinion. So yeah, for me, Kante and Jorginho play tomorrow. What a midfield that is, and hopefully tomorrow neither get injured and both can put in a world-class performance. So yeah, that's my midfield. Move on to the front three now. Obviously, it's a bit tougher. Obviously, Callum was back in training. Lukaku was back in training. They both tested negative for the COVID-19. Obviously, Tuchel did say in his post-match against Brentford that it's unlikely they'll play. Or they'll start the game. I think one of them, if not both of them, could come on in this game, so I don't think they're gonna play. I did think Harvey Vale was really good against Brentford. Thought he was the best youngster out the three, in my opinion. And there's a slight chance he could start. I don't think he will, but it wouldn't surprise me if he did. I think he would deserve it if he did, even though it's a big game like this. But I think he's shown that he is capable of playing in the Premier League, despite only being 18 years old. But I don't think Thomas Tuchel is going to start him. So I think the front three of this game is going to be Mason Mount on the left side this time, not on the right side. I'd rather he was on the left side and try cut in and shoot and stuff like that. Same with who I'm going to put on the right side, which is Hakim Ziyech. Tomorrow, I want to see Hakim Ziyech play on the right, not the left. He's not as good on the left as he is on the right. The reason why I say that is because I think on the right, what he can do is, he can receive the ball from out wide, where you'd expect Reece James to be. And maybe Reece James can interchange with him and, be in that position. Every time Ziyech and Reece James have played together, they've actually combined really well. Under Frank Lampard, they did. They didn't play much together under Thomas Tuchel, but every time they have, I have seen positives, and I feel like I can see the same thing potentially in a game like this. Maybe Reece James take the infield position to drive with the ball. Ziyech can get the ball from the right hand side all the way to the byline and cut in, shoot, maybe cut in, take players on, cross the ball in, and I feel like that's where I'd want them tomorrow. And the same can happen with Mason Mount. He's good with both his feet. He can go down the byline and put a cross in. He can cut inside and cross. He can cut inside and shoot. He can cut inside and link up. And then up front, I'd play Pulisic. And I think Thomas Tuchel will play Pulisic as well. Because like I said, I don't know if Kai is back. And even if he is, he isn't going to play. And Lukaku, Thomas Tuchel pretty much said he isn't going to play unless he's desperate. But to be fair, Tuchel said Kante wasn't going to play at all, and he ended up coming on. So who knows what happens tomorrow? But I think it'll be Pulisic up front, and I did see a better performance against Brentford. So hopefully we do see more of that, even though so far it hasn't worked at striker for him. But I'm hoping tomorrow he can do something. And, hopefully he can get a goal for himself and, put it in a really good performance. And, he has struggled recently with that striker position. I've seen people slander him, including myself. But, I have to give him the benefit of the doubt. He is playing a position where it's not his. You'd rather him playing in, one of the 10s that Ziyech and Mount are in. And, take the ball from deep and drive with it. Take it past players and link up with whoever is the false nine, To be honest, tomorrow I wouldn't mind to see Ziyech or Mason Mount as the false nine instead of Pulisic and put Pulisic a bit deeper. Honestly, it wouldn't mind. I wouldn't actually mind that. Maybe Mason Mount, it's worked before. He played against Tottenham like that in one of Tuchel's first big games. He played him as a false nine, Mason Mount, alongside Vernon Hudson-Odoi, and it actually really worked well. So I wouldn't mind if he played Mason Mount there again. At one point. So, yeah, maybe you should try that, Thomas Tuchel. Hopefully, but I'm just hoping they can all interchange and have some fluidity, because one thing I haven't seen from all three of them is the fluidity. I've seen them all static and stick with the same position. Maybe that's an instruction from Tuchel. If it is, maybe I'd like Tuchel to tell them, be more fluid. Maybe just, interchange positions. You don't have to be in the same position. So, hopefully tomorrow we win. A score prediction, I'm going to go with a 2-0 Chelsea win. I am really confident for this game. Like I said, I think the players that are going to win us this game is the midfield. Kante and Jorginho. I think they're going to win us this game. I don't know where the goals are going to come from, but I think eventually we'll put pressure on Villa. I think we'll dominate the game. I think we won't allow them to have any barely counter-attacks. And I think we can get their back line. I think we can get Tyrone Mings, for example. I don't rate him at all. And I feel like with our techie players, I feel like they can get at him tomorrow. And hopefully they do, and hopefully we score. So like I said, tomorrow I'm going with a 2-0 Chelsea win. I am really confident for this game. And like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your score prediction down below. Tell me your lineup prediction down below as well, guys. And I will see you lot in my next video tomorrow on Boxing Day. Merry Christmas, everyone. All I want for Christmas is for Chelsea to get 3 points. That's all I want, people. So, have a Merry Christmas, guys. Enjoy your food. And I'm going to go enjoy mine. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow for play ratings and match review. So, guys. Peace!